Well, hello everyone. This is John Byrne with Poets and Quants. Welcome to another edition of our MBA Watch Profile of the Week, sponsored by Stratus Admissions Counseling. Today's candidate, we call her Ms. Product Strategist. She's Indian. She has an undergraduate degree in software engineering. She is 27 years old, has a GMAT score of 700. During her undergraduate studies in software engineering, she got a 7.3 out of a 10 for her GPA. We'll talk about how that might translate into a more conventional American GPA. She has been working for a global technology startup doing engineering work. She had been a product manager and an engineering manager there. And her first choice school happens to be Kellogg, and she's also considering Wharton. And we have with us Melisa Prevost of Stratus to take a look at this profile and give us some advice. Hi, Melisa.
Hi, John. How you doing?
Great.
Well, I think she has a very interesting profile. Having the product management experience coming into a program that I think that's one of her biggest assets is bringing this product management experience that she already has to the table.
Right.
I'm a little concerned about her stats. Her GMAT of a 700, she is below the average for both Kellogg and Wharton. Her GPA, again, translating that into a US based, I would put that in a B-ish range.
Right.
So I do think retaking the GMAT, again, not knowing where she's been on this journey, but would be something if Kellogg and Wharton are truly target schools to increase her chances there. I do think that retaking the GMAT is something that's important.
I'm sure at the top of your head is she should be applying to some other schools that are not considered stretch schools.
Absolutely.
What other schools she should be looking at for achieving her goal to be in product management for a high-tech company?
Right. So there are some schools out there that I think are really focused on technology and have amazing placements. So the ones that jump to mind are Foster, University of Washington. There's so much going on in the Seattle area, and then that ties down into the Bay Area. Another one that might be interesting is Carnegie Mellon, and Tepper's involvement in the startup community there.
That's a spectacular program.
Absolutely. And a couple others might be, say, UNC. They're in the Research Triangle, or Emory, that's becoming kind of a hotbed in the Southeast. Might be interesting schools that have strong ties to technology and would be looking for a product manager, being in areas where they're looking for product managers.
Now, what about Georgetown? Amazon is moving its second headquarters into the Virginia, Washington, D.C. metro area. Obviously, Georgetown is going to end up one way or another being a feeder to Amazon and all the supplier companies that are going to be locating in and around Amazon's second headquarters. Do you think that would be a good choice for her as well?
It's a fantastic choice. Georgetown is perfectly placed with all the growth going on from Amazon, and it's such an international city and an international school that I think her background would be strongly valued there.
Now, for a lot of people who look at a profile like this, they might say, well, wait a minute. It seems like you're suggesting there's very little chance for Kellogg or Wharton on this profile. And I think that is exactly what we're suggesting. And I think we should tell people why. It's because in certain categories, the applicant pool is oversubscribed. And unfortunately for Indian software engineers, it's the most oversubscribed part of the applicant pool for elite MBA programs that currently exist.
Absolutely. And I think we've seen that get even more competitive this past year.
To make the cut at a school like a Kellogg or a Wharton, you probably need to come from an IIT in India. You probably need to have a much higher GPA. As you said earlier, if you're a female candidate, you need to hit the class average on a standardized test score. And if you're a male candidate, you have to go above the class average, right?
Yeah, we generally see 20 to 30 points above the class average for successful candidates at the M7 schools.
Everyone comes in and they want to go to Harvard, Stanford, or Wharton, okay? Or they want to go to NCI or London Business School.
Yep.
And the truth is you can achieve your dreams at any number of really excellent MBA programs that might be a much better fit for you than a school that you're going to pick because it's at the top of the rankings or it's an M7 school.
Absolutely. And I think part of it is understanding where are graduates going from these programs. And if you look at the program, Foster again, and Tepper are using them as examples. The high tech placement, the technology placement is very strong at these schools, and the relationships are very strong. So finding a program that's going to help you get the job that you want really should be the goal, as opposed to using the rankings to solely declare your list.
Totally. Okay, so Melisa, what are her odds at Kellogg, and what do you think her odds are at Wharton?
With the GMAT score that she has now, and again, it's not just GMAT, obviously, I think that it would be a stretch for her at Kellogg or Wharton. I always love for people to have a stretch, so I would encourage her to maybe choose one as her stretch school to apply to, but then also round out her list with some other schools that are going to be more targets, and with Georgetown might even be, I think she's a really good fit for Georgetown, as you mentioned before. So I would encourage her to increase her list so that she can increase her chances.
And I think that's good advice for everybody, frankly. So Melisa, thank you so much for your assessment. Really appreciate it. Great to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Thanks for your time.
All right. Everyone should be choosing, 5, 6, even 7 programs, a few stretch schools, a few safety schools, a few schools in the middle, and know that there are many MBA programs out there that would allow you to get exactly what you want. In this case, a product management job at a high-tech company. You have great stuff, but you're in an oversubscribed part of the applicant pool, which means the competition is severe, and particularly now, as applications are soaring due to the pandemic. So you've been watching our MBA Profile of the Week, sponsored by Stratus Admissions Counseling. This is John Byrne with Poets and Quants. Thanks for watching.